Hello, everyone. Nanette here. Crazy Grumpy Jack and my co-host Wes.
Hi. How you doing this evening, Annette?
I'm good.
How's old Jack?
A little bit in pain, but
Oh,
it's raining, it's storming, and
comes with the rain and the storm, doesn't it?
yeah, it does.
Right?
Right.
Well, hopefully all is well in your world. Dude, do you want to show off your cool new item or?
I showed it off earlier, but yeah, let's show off.
We already did.
I showed it off in my last one. Hello, welcome. There's someone that's showing. Well, let's talk about witchcraft. That's what we're going to talk about today. Now, before I talk about it, the reason I'm doing this month is the month I was born in, and I'm going to talk about things that's part of my name or something that I really care about. Each week will be something different. At the end of this program, I'll tell you what next week's going to be about. But
nice.
Why are we obsessed with witchcraft? Why are we obsessed with witches? Go back in history, look at all the stuff they've been in everything almost from the beginning. Stories. If you don't believe me, Hansel and Gretel, the evil woman that tried to eat them, was a witch. That's what she was.
True that.
Most people don't talk about that. They don't say she is in the movie, but in the books, they sure as hell do.
Sounds like a witchy thing to do to somebody, stick them in the oven and all that. So.
Exactly.
That's a bit cruel.
I mean, The Wizard of Oz. That's one of the first. It's the first movie that had color to it. And it wasn't all in color, but and it had more than one witch. And it was the first movie of the generation to show you a witch that was good. The first TV show to do it was make a good witch was Bewitched. I know a lot about witches. I'm fascinated by them. The only thing that I'm more fascinated by are vampires.
Yeah.
And I don't just mean vampires in movies. I mean the subculture, the history, the lore, the history too. We won't get into that. We're not talking about vampires right now. We're talking about witches.
What if a vampire is a witch? I suppose it's all the same then.
Maybe. I've never heard of a vampire witch. Wait a minute. Yes, I have. There's a few. Okay. There was people that were witches and warlocks, and they started dating. Let's talk all about it.
Let's talk about it all. All right. How's it going on?
Why was there so much of a craze for people that were different and they got labeled witches and they were either burned, drowned, or hung? And
right.
Or there's another thing they were done too. They had people don't know this, but they had their arms ripped off and their legs. They were put into them medieval devices, mandolins, and pressed together with nails. There was also pressed together with vampires, witches, goblins. I don't know. Wendigos. Oh, Wendigos are witches. I promise you. The only difference is they're witches that swore off love. They were rejected so many times by lovers that they decided that they hated all humans and they became Wendigos. And they would rip out the hearts of cheating men.
Jesus. That seems like a little bit way of an extreme way to spend your afterlife, wouldn't it be? I mean, like, damn.
Which is connected to Sam Hain for real? Yes! The first recording, and this is the oldest recording of witches that are never got hung, never got prosecuted, never got anything. They're a form of fairies. But now, here's how it goes. Samhain, if you don't know, is connected to the Druids, and the Druids are connected to Ireland and Scotland. Most people don't know that they're connected to Scotland. But they're connected. There's just a little border and everybody on both sides. There's families on both sides and everything. And they all are Druids, a lot of them, especially the peasants. They're the only ones that didn't get persecuted in the witch trials. They didn't get hung. They didn't get burned. They didn't get any of that stuff. They were outside the persecution of all that stuff. And they are the oldest ones that still practice the old ways, the ancient ways. And contrary to what people want to believe, the old ways is the first way, not that damn Bible everybody clings to.
Preach on
Samhain is the name of a god. He is the god of Halloween. And the witches worshipped him. And oh yeah, depending on who you are, Samhain is either the end of the harvest, meaning if you look back in history, it is the end of the harvest, and it's the new year, or it's the end of the harvest, and then the beginning of the new year is Yule, which is the winter equinox. I celebrate it as the end of the harvest, and it's the end of the year, but it's not the beginning of the new year.
Okay.
Not for me.
I suppose everyone calculates that differently, right?
But yeah, goblins are a form of fairies.
No shit.
Yes.
That's interesting. That's some important information, man.
Matter of fact, another one that people don't realize is mermaids are a form of fairies. Yeah.
Oh.
And contrary to what you want to believe, fairies are not sweet little creatures. Some of them are. But Disney's protection, like Tinkerbell, no. And they do not look like that. They don't spell it like Fairy. They spell it like Fairie.
Uh, I stand corrected. I did not know that. It's never really studied the Fae. I call them.
Yeah, if you call a fairy the Fae, that, well, Americans do, and you don't show them respect, it, it can be very nasty.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Well, I mean, yeah, who can blame them?
They they're so small that they only have like one feeling at a time, and they can hold grudges pretty damn well.
Well, there is a certain there's a certain I don't know what do you call it? The smaller an animal you are, the faster you're able to think. Like birds and such, like they live in a different dimension because they can have several thousand emotions within a short span of time, whereas we could only have one.
What do
Two.
you guys think is the closest to real human form? Vampires, goblins, witches, wendigos, or werewolves? Witches are human. And I'm not.
True.
I don't really think what media depicts witches as real. I really don't.
Well,
I think that you're born something, and that's all you are. And
there you have it. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, I want to be a vampire werewolf witch. That would be cool. Wouldn't that be a great title to put on your resume? Yeah, I was a vampire werewolf witch for a little while there.
and you answer as well.
Hmm.
But goblins definitely are not humans. If I'm wrong about it, yeah, uh, and Wendigos definitely are because, like I said, Wendigos are witches that have been scorned by ex-lovers, and
Well, they're all
they take
humans,
on
I
this
guess,
beastly
except for
form. True story.
probably.
Goblins have been to be real at least in some other countries. Like I said,
Hmm.
goblins are a form. Okay, I'll give you an example of something. Dogs are kin to wolves,
Right.
but wolves are, they're more wilder. They have more hair and blah blah blah. And
I know. I get what you're driving at there.
but
Let me read your two-story
goblins are kin to fairies, but they're not
Okay.
the fact.
I mean,
There are
I
hordes of
can't.
different.
I don't know, man. I think that anything is possible. They had to have come from somewhere to have indelibly affected the culture in such a way, and I would say that a good amount of it is probably true, and um, I'm sure that there's all kinds of things that we haven't really discovered and put on the science books just yet.
Uh,
So,
yeah. Well, I do know that. Okay, like Elizabeth Bathory. And some people don't know who that is, but if you're into horror like me and everything, and you go looking for stuff, you will find her. She
hmm,
she was a countess, and she liked to take the peasant girls from her
Yeah.
village, and she would, hello, Erica, she would bathe in their blood. She'd also drink it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where they came up with what they called vampires. And this is going to sound a little gross, and my please do not watch this if you are eating anything and if you get disgusted easily. But um,
Oh.
everybody knows this person. They've heard of him thanks to Bram Stoker. But okay,
Mm-hmm.
Gladys Van Tepes Dracul was a Romanian knight and a king. Um, he was in the order of the dragon. That's why he had a dragon on his tank. He would go into battle and he would spear people, and while they were bleeding, he would eat meat that was almost it was blood red and drink something that was red. And people said that they thought he was drinking blood. It may not have been true, but that is where Bram Stoker got the idea to do Dracula from and put his name into it. People were afraid of him, um, very much so for years.
Well,
If you were his enemy, you better beware because he was coming after you, and he would not stop until he got what he wanted. He's very much a human. And they say that when they dug up his body out of the grave, they could not find it. They found the bones of animals.
Just like Damien.
Mm-hmm. Just like Damien.
Brother was a jackal.
I have no idea. It didn't say what animal bone.
Okay.
I guess I have to do more research on that. But yeah, but
Enough said. Enough said. I get it. I understand. But except for the goblins and the fairies, I think that all of those creatures you'd asked before, Hobbs, are essentially human. In all reality. Now that you're telling me the one is
I don't know the history of werewolves, except for one story, and this is definitely not human. This man was persecuted. He wanted fame, he wanted women, he wanted all this stuff, and he couldn't get it. And he prayed to God, and then he decided, fuck that. He went and said, "Devil, come down here now." And he made a pact with the devil, and the devil said, "You can have anything you want, but one for 3 days out of the month, you are mine, and you're going to be my hound of hell." And that was where the legend of the werewolf come from. That's the only stories I know about werewolves. But
you only get 3 days as a werewolf. You got to be really choosy.
That's how long the full moon comes out.
Oh well, okay, fair enough. But yeah, that's interesting though. It's who knows? There might be some truth to it too. There might be some sort of underlying theme with the moon and these type of creatures we're talking about. Or other humans, if you will. Because a vampire is a human turned vampire, and so is a werewolf, right? And then
All of these stories come from Middle East. But you know the funny thing, and I never really did my research on this, but people think that Romania and Hungary and English speaking territories are the first places, but especially with vampires. But the first stories that were ever told about vampires was over in the European, the Asian territories, China, Japan.
Hmm. Oh, sure, yeah. I mean,
And their
there's
vampires would eat babies.
oh yeah. Are you talking about the thing that like separates from the body and goes off with just the head and it flies
Yep,
around?
that thing.
What the
I
hell's
didn't even look into that thing, but it looks really creepy.
yeah. Yeah, watch out for that thing. It'll eat your baby. That's a bad thing. Whatever the hell that thing is. It's like a head with organs dangling.
Mr. Vampires are always open. Sexual. They go to.
Oh, I just maximized the screen. There you go.
No, nor are all of them attractive. I mean, like this thing that attaches itself from the body. If you've seen pictures of what it looked like, it has the hands on backwards and the feet on backwards when it's in its human in its body form, and it they're very creepy, especially the Asian vampires. Not all vampires are created equally, and some of them like to hang out in graveyards, and others like to eat on the blood of animals. And
Hmm. I only met one vampire. At least the guy said he was a vampire, but he came out during the middle of the day and all he had on was some sunglasses. And I was like, dude, you're a vampire, man. How are you doing that? You know? He was like, oh, it's fine. You know, I was like, oh, okay. It's not like in the movies, man. I was like, okay, all right. That's what he told me. And I was like, okay, I'll believe you, you know. But he never like
um,
grew fangs
and
and
that's
shit.
another thing. If vampires are real, we don't know what the rules are. I mean, depends on who you ask and everything. Okay, do you consider Blade a vampire?
Well, yeah, I mean, in all reality, you know,
He walks in the daylight.
yeah, but he's also out at night too.
Yeah,
He's just like, you know, I don't know, he's a split.
I mean, people think that you can't go out in the daylight if you're a vampire, but everything, and they think that Twilight was the first, and some people think Blade was the first, but you read the damn book of Dracula, he went out in the fucking daylight.
Oh, well, I haven't read the book to be honest with you. I've read parts of it, but like I didn't consume the entire manuscript, so I have a very limited
There
understanding
are
of that.
people that they
Uh,
call themselves vampires.
okay.
And most of the ones that call themselves vampires, they call themselves psychic vampires. And this
Uh,
is a very much a true thing. And it goes along with, you know, if you're doing magic and everything. I mean, and there's a person on YouTube that I follow, and she's a psychic vampire, and she talked about how some people will argue and say that you can't be an empath if you're a psychic vampire, and vice versa. But I got news for you. If if you are an empath, you very much can drain people. You can take their energy from them. Trust me, I am an empath. I do it all the time. I don't like people being angry and or upset, and it upsets me. So I know how to make them give me their energy, and then they're not upset, and I can feel better.
Well, sometimes you have to change it around like that, you know. If you're only
And
getting,
it's not. And some people will say that it is black magic. I don't believe that. I really don't. It's all about what you're doing it for. Let's say you take the energy from somebody and you make them your puppet. That definitely is black magic.
oh
If
sure,
you do it and you make them feel better, you cool down the situation. If you make them,
huh. Well, I don't know, man, but what Hobbs was saying, Nosferatu was it was his favorite adaptation of Bram Stoker. I understand. I own a copy of Nosferatu myself, dude, and I do prefer that particular to the original Dracula. But then again, I hear the Spanish Dracula or whatever. That was pretty good considering the original Dracula too. So, but Nosferatu is the go-to. I really like the
it
monster.
was the original.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's great. Love it. Love some Nosferatu. And that's also a reference to Martin with goodness by George Romero.
Well, you're going to tell me that this is because I'm a girl and it's the love story part of it, but
Mhm.
I like the whole thing. And if you look at what I said about one that Dracula based it off of, it shows you certain parts of the true story in this version too. My favorite is Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1992, but I'm a big fan of Winona Ryder. There's nothing she's been in that I don't like. I'm serious about that.
I feel you.
So that's a big part of why. And I'm a big fan of Anthony Hopkins, and he
Oh,
brought
sure.
so much weight to being Van Helsing
Hmm.
and um, Gary Oldman is the master of chameleon.
Yeah, he's a great
So
actor.
he plays the perfect Dracula, in my opinion. I mean,
Yeah, he does a good job in that movie. Going from '92.
he plays the love angle really well, and he plays the anger really well, and he's got that depth that makes you scared of him. Um, and a lot of the vampires in the rest of the stories, except for the Nosferatu, they're not scary, in my opinion.
Not at all.
Except for Christopher Lee. He's definitely got that menacing look to him. But
Well,
I just don't think that. I like all the Draculas. Like I said, vampires are my thing. But I'm not afraid of Bela Lugosi.
nope. Hell
He's
no,
just
Bella's
too charming and too debonair to be scary.
You don't think he's scary?
No.
Well, I mean, maybe there were times that he was scary back in the day, you know?
Oh, I think that they were scared of him, but he don't scare me.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe that's just, a generational thing, but
Like I said, Nosferatu was very scary the way he looked.
yeah, I
Mhm.
get a little bit more unnerved with Nosferatu or,
See? Even you say it.
yeah, I don't know what it is. The original Dracula with Bela Lugosi, I don't know. It became so iconic in my youth because it was used in so many like horror movies and referenced and whatnot. So like I would see clips of it all the time, and I was just like, nah, I don't know. It's cool.
It's one of the best movies out there, and nobody
I
talks
know
about
I
it.
have one of them. I have it.
I love that movie. It's
It's a good
first.
one.
I think a big reason why people don't like it is a lot of people don't like
Mm. You mean like
I'm not talking about this.
was
I think that a lot of reason people didn't like it was because of the guys that were going after the vampires acted like the Wild Bunch. It was kind of done like the Wild Wild West meets vampires kind of thing, and a lot of people don't like westerns, and they associate that movie with that. And but yeah, it's a. I love the movie. I love the cast. I think the guy that played the vampire was creepy as hell. I the only thing I have a disagreement with, but it doesn't matter. But he made me hate him, which is what he was supposed to do. I wanted to beat the crap out of the preacher that decided he wanted to be a vampire and live forever. And
yeah.
as far as practical magic goes, a lot of the stuff that they referenced in the movie was accurate. There are certain things that you can't do that they hyped it up because it was a movie. We are in reality, and witches can't fly on broomsticks and blah blah blah. But they did a lot of practical things that anybody that does witchcraft could do, and they talked about it in that. And I think
Interesting.
it's the best representation of a witchcraft movie or TV show that shows you
That's
um,
practical magic. You mean is the
yeah,
probably the best?
practical magic really shows you what you can do with magic
Sure.
more than a lot of other ones. One day I'm
A
going
lot
to
more.
talk about in a video um, it in depth and tell you what really is true and what you can't do.
Right. I gotta say, I like a dark song. I think that's a pretty
I've
good.
never seen that movie.
You haven't?
No.
You got to see it, Nanette. You got to see it. It's pretty great.
But does it depict actual witchcraft?
Yes.
Wes, what are your top five witch movies?
Well, I probably might. I like that dark song, so we'll put that in number five. And then there's let's see, um, Beth
He wants
Mormon.
me to
Beth
do vampires and you to
Mormon will
do.
be my second. She's the second witch on my list. And then, could I just name any witch? Like, I don't know. I don't want to name
Wait
witch.
a minute. These questions are from you wait for him to answer that question. I'll answer his question.
Oh, do you want me to? Okay, I'll just.
My top five vampire films. Well, I already said one of them. Let's see. What Interview with a Vampire had to be number five. Number four would be Bram Stoker's Dracula. Number three would be Fright Night, and I do mean the original 1985 movie. Number two
Good call, Nanette.
is I've never seen the remake.
Of Friday Night.
Underworld 2.
Oh, man.
And number one, this should not be a surprise because I say it all the time. It's my favorite horror movie. It's my favorite vampire movie, and that is The Lost Boys. Always has been, always will be. Everybody has this debate about saying if you watched Near Dark, it would change. I doubt it. It's the movie that made me fall in love with horror movies.
Good
Made
luck
me
getting
want
a
to watch
copy.
more of them.
It's a hard one to find a copy of for a good price. Yeah. And
But I'm
hopefully
answering what you said about witchcraft, and after you can do.
oh, I'll just tell you my top
But
five witches.
Bob's, please answer what he said. Any
What?
witches, or do you want witchcraft movie? Okay.
Yeah,
Number
any
five
witch.
for witches.
I don't know.
I like the witch.
I thought the good witch from the Wizard of Oz was pretty good looking, and then I like the Love Witch from the Love Witch, the movie, and then I love oh God, let's see, the witch from The Witch or The Vitch, whatever, because you know that was a pretty wild ass movie, and I like the gals, so why not? And then how many witches am I up to, Nanette?
Sorry.
3. Okay. Well, the witch from Wicked Stepmother, she was cool.
That's it.
Not the old lady, but anyways, I retract my former witch statement, and I
You
reserve
still got one more to go.
one spot for the Love Witch just because there's a couple
But
witches.
my top five which films. I don't think anyone knows them. And most of these, they are not accurate to witchcraft. At least I don't think they are. I like The Witch. That's number five. That's definitely not a movie that has any witchcraft in it. But I like the movie. I do. And I'm not upset when the whole damn family dies. I'm going, yes! You're dead now!
Damn.
Oh, we are! I hate them!
Wow. Tell me how you feel about that, Nanette.
I
Damn.
hated them people. They were mean to her.
Well, they were in the like 1600s or something. Can you imagine how parents must have been in the 1600s?
I don't care. If it was me, even back then, I'd probably be dead before I was a teen at her age, but I'd beat the hell out of their ass.
I get it.
I know me. My grandma tried to do stuff like that with me and do the whole damn Carrie thing, and I gave her a black eye.
Ooh.
And then my cousin told me if you put your hands on her again, and then I balled my fist up, and I'm like, You want to fight? Come on, James.
You don't want to fuck with Nanette, man. You don't want to meet her in the dark
I
alleyway.
don't like
Or,
being told what to do.
well,
I don't like it when I see a movie where people are doing that to people. Hello, Stacy. But yeah, so that's why it's number 5, because I did not like The Family.
okay. Well, then die.
But it's not the higher. And then it's hard to pick the movies that I love the most because I have so many and on a given day. But I want to do movies that people don't know I like, that are witchcraft.
Now I'm interested. What are these titles?
They're movies people have heard of, but
you ever heard of Simon King of the Witches?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
It's funny. I don't know. It's
let's see. What is another one? I like Witchcraft. Now, in the horror community, everybody knows that movie.
Sure.
Pretty much. But I do mean the old one, the 1980, I think, one was when that movie was made. I like all of them. And there are 16 of them. I don't think very many people know that I like them. And some of them, I'm going to say it for the people out there that don't know what these are. The first one and the second one are good movies and they're worth taking a look at, but the rest of them are kind of like soft porn. So don't go watching these movies if you don't want that. I'm serious.
Fair warning, y'all. Hey.
And the second one kind of borders that line of a little more skin than the first one.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think very many people know that I love Rosemary's Baby, so that's going to be number 3.
Good choice.
But yeah. Number 2, it's definitely a movie that we already talked about, and obviously I know it, and it's not going to come as a surprise, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's got to be number 2, and that's Practical Magic. I'm a big fan of Nicole Kidman. I really am. The only thing I don't like is the Australian.
Okay.
Her and you would think her and Hugh Jackman would be stellar in that movie, but it did not kick. God.
Well, that's understandable.
But they didn't. I mean, I didn't believe them as a love connection.
No.
Yep.
What was it that stopped you from believing that?
I don't know.
Just gut instinct. I get it. Well,
they just didn't have any chemistry on camera. Everybody said that. It did not get good reviews.
No.
It was supposed to get an Oscar knob, and then they and I'll put this up. The last one, I don't think this should come as a surprise to people that's on my channel, but my favorite is The Craft, and it goes into what Thoughts of
Yeah.
going crazy as Nancy in The Craft. Do you think that happens when you fuck with men? Sometimes. It very well can go wrong. I mean, it's no, I know that it can go wrong, especially if you're like a newbie witch and you're going into it and you find a book on spells and they're like to summon a demon or something, and you just go in it and you don't have protections or anything like that. And that's why here on YouTube, all of us witches that have been doing it for years say, before you do anything, fuck it out. Do protection magic, or you're gonna screw yourself over. Cause dangerous things be happening if you don't. You don't go fucking with magic unless you
Yeah.
you have shields up. But yeah, it very well could happen. I mean, that's the dangers, and that's another movie that there are liberties more so in the craft than in practical magic, but there are things in the movies that they show you that could literally really happen. And in some of the witchcraft stuff that they do in the movies,
Yeah.
they show it like, okay, like glamour magic. That's what they call when you make
Right.
yourself feel better, do makeup and everything. They showed it in a way like you snapped your finger and it was done. In the real world, you have to actually put the makeup on or the hair dye on, but you can do an incantation, and that would be glamour magic.
Hmm.
And like this, you can use magic and make yourself feel light as a feather, stiff as a board, but you won't float. It's very simple to do stuff like that. There's a lot of magic that you can. Uh, since we're talking about that, I'd like to talk about a couple of TV shows. Well, three that, and two of them people never talk about. One everyone does. They
Okay.
even remade one, the one that I'm talking about that people talk about. I'll talk about it first.
Okay.
They did get stuff right in it, and they did do liberties. The crap, it Charmed. Everybody's heard of that TV show, whether you've watched it or not. Um, a lot of people say that Charmed ripped off the movie we're talking about, The Craft. The only difference is they were sisters and they didn't have a black girl in the TV show.
Okay. Okay.
But that's what they said about it. I
Okay.
disagree with that. The only thing that's the same about the TV show and the movie was the theme song for the TV show was the theme song for The Craft. Did
Well,
Wes already give his top movies? You didn't tell what your top five vampire movies were.
my top 5 vampire movies.
Yes. Since I did the five one, you should do the.
One of them is Kiss of the Damned. Another one is Once Bitten. Another one is Fright Night. Another one is Martin, and another one is Let the Right One In, I would say. And
I've seen all of them except Martin. I didn't know Martin was a vampire movie.
I don't know. I love vampire movies though, but I'm at a loss trying to name them off. Like some of the.
I think anyway. I think I've seen Kiss of the Damned.
Kiss of the Damned. It's pretty good. I thought it was good. especially the ladies might like that movie. It's kind of more geared towards ladies more, I'd say.
But Casey
That's
Dustin,
cool.
you already gave your top film. But yeah, he already did it.
Yeah,
You missed him.
I could tell you, but I can't remember. My witch films or what?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Well, I mentioned everything from A Dark Song to The Wizard of Oz, and then what was it? Good
All
God,
good
Witch That
movies.
Mother. Yeah, terrible movies, right? But like
I love
Simon.
Wizard of Oz. If it's
I
got a
don't.
witch in it, I'm gonna watch it. Okay. Now
And
we're gonna
War.
get into some. And I talked about Charmed and everything, and I don't know any Goblin films. I've told you this before.
I was Troll 2 is a Goblin film.
Yeah, that's one film. Is what she said.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Trolls. There's about four of them damn movies. You want me to talk about cartoons? Um,
If you want to. I
that's
only
all I
know the
know.
first two. The first one was great.
Trolls World Tour.
What? You talking about those things that you spin around and with the hair and them trolls? Oh well, that's different type of troll.
That's the only trolls I know.
Fair enough. Fair. Yeah, I get it. I mean,
I don't watch very many movies like that.
yeah.
Those goblins in Lord of the Rings, right?
Why the cave
With the
troll?
oars. Are them goblins? I guess so.
They have
Uh,
both.
I don't think of them as they look like giants. Don't you
Well,
think that's what they are?
the cave trolls are.
And, okay, let's talk about this movie then. Harry Potter. The damn bank tellers are goblins, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah,
Um,
and
and the big guy in the labyrinth, a troll. Oh yeah, the labyrinth. There's another one.
oh yeah,
Them things, some of them things were trolls. I mean, the one that Sting had to get the girl to eat the apple was a troll. A troll. I mean, a goblin. I think. Um,
hmm. Does it qualify goblin? I'd say yes. Why not? It's a goblin.
um, I'm not. I don't. The most of the movies that are have goblins in them, I don't think about it because they're not the main character.
Are they
They
ever
don't
really?
really have have you seen Witch Story? I
I
don't
believe
think so.
I believe it was on YouTube at one point. I must have
Did
stumbled
you
on.
see it?
I believe so.
I don't know.
Thought that I saw a copy of it on YouTube at one point, but I could be wrong. Where I can't tell you where I got.
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube. It was.
I mean, certain that era wasn't that like a '70s movie or something? Like they were trying, they were trying to, be true to witchcraft. I think at that point in cinema, at least, and like Rosemary's
That
Baby
reminds me of
on set.
another one that is a good movie too. It has some things, but I think it does a good job of showing you what witchcraft is really like, and it didn't have such negative stuff to it. And that was Season of the Witch.
Okay.
That was the 70s. Most of the
Uh-huh.
movies back in the 70s wanted to focus on the dark side of witchcraft, but that movie was one of the few that didn't do that.
Okay. There were a few, I mean, there were a few favorable, for witchery, I would say, favorable of. And yeah, I mean, there were all kinds of them, They were using the devil as some sort of, a major milking point. Like they were like,
Yeah, I
everything was
mean,
the devil's
it was
reign.
like the whole witch hysteria all over again, except for they didn't burn you or ring you up and try to crucify you. They just tried to throw your ass in jail or into a nut house if you did anything different. Because eh, women were out of control and trying to take back their voices, and the men didn't want their women running off. That was the whole thing back in the 70s. Um, and so
Uh,
they had to make everything seem devilishly. And that was when Anton LaVey started the Church of Satan, and then it was also the time when what is his name? Scott Cunningham and Raymond Buckland started talking about witchcraft in the United States.
hmm.
Um, this was the 70s, and they um, they had to. The Christians had to take back their America.
Oh boy. Well, what are you gonna do? They gotta have it. If I thought that it was supposed to be, uh, equal rights for religions, or whatever, but I don't know, man. It's
Well, uh, in the 90s, we talked about this a minute ago, the whole practical magic and the craft. Um, they started making stuff like practical magic, the craft. Um, they made TV shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Charm. These two shows were instrumental, and them two movies were instrumental in getting out witchcraft to the mainstream media and make it more positive towards the masses. And it stopped being something that was frowned upon.
mm, yeah, even more today than ever, I'd say, and that's a good thing.
This is a subject that I'm very passionate about, Hobbs. I really am. I think that Wes is too, right? I mean,
Yeah,
we're both witches, so
having a
this is
good
a subject that we feel very strong about.
yeah, man. Oh, hey, yeah, we're talking good stuff, interesting stuff. But I'm just kind of
Oh, Hobbs is talking about Anton LaVey also had an album out you could get on vinyl.
yeah. I wish. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I actually think the
Oh,
Witch
that's wonderful.
Story is on you on Tubi right now. I don't know. I'll have to look it up and see.
Cool.
Uh,
That's cool. Right on.
Maybe I can do it right now. See what it tells me.
Well, I personally
Sorry for the
don't know all
question,
that much about the witchcraft myself. I mean, I only know, you know, a little bit. I've never really been trained in the way of the witch, so. But
if
I
you
do know.
read the books, you know the way of the witch.
Oh, sure.
You
Well,
don't need to
you're right.
you don't have to be in a coven. Do you guys listen to demonic music or Wiccan music or vampire music? I listen to some vampire music and some people consider Celtic music witchcraft music. Um, and I do that too. I'm not sure about demonic.
I listen to
I
Devil
probably
Driver.
won't listen to that. I mean, isn't demonic supposed to be like them chanting and stuff? The closest thing I've come to is the music from The Omen, and sometimes that gives me headaches.
You should hear the Fantomas version of the Omen Ave Satani or Satanis or whatever. It's great. Oh man, great. Look it up.
Okay.
It's crazy. It won't hurt your head. It's pretty sure. But anyway, do you guys listen to? No, I don't listen to demonic music really. I mean, I would say. I mean, I hope not. So that would be possessed. But
I have listened to the satanic choir music from what is it? What is that dang apocalypse? The season apocalypse of American
oh,
Horror Story, and
okay,
I like it, but
yeah,
that's as close as I've come to. It's a pretty good one.
interesting. So apocalypse season is what you're saying. Check that one out on American Horror Story.
Let's see, what season is apocalypse?
I'm
I,
no expert.
it's number 8.
8. Okay.
If you look it up, it's number 8. What is vampire movie?
Good point.
It's eerie. It's okay. You want to know what vampire music is? Go listen to vampire movies, and then you know. That creepy violin stuff from like Anne Rice and Dracula and stuff like that. Anything, anything that is in a vampire movie is vampire music, right?
I don't know. Is that a band or something, Haas or Casey? Or wait, was that? Yeah, Hobbs.
I like the
What
Queen
is
of the Damned soundtrack. Then you like what is Satan?
Queen of the Damned
What is
soundtrack?
he asking me?
Huh?
What is satanic
Squire, choir.
choir?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's saying there.
You guys ever heard of Switchblade Symphony? I've heard the name. I've been watching this woman that dresses in black and red a lot of times on YouTube, and she's a goth. And she's trying to tell the baby bat, you are a baby bat if you listen to this and this and this. Because goths are people that listen to goth music. And she's trying to tell them, don't listen to these damn people out here to tell you you have to wear the makeup. If you listen to the music, you goth. If you don't listen to the music, then you're not what? You don't have to wear anything like what I'm wearing to be a goth. Um, but yeah,
Agreed.
I really like her. I can't think of her last name, but her first name's Angie.
Hmm. Okay. Well, here's to you, Angie.
But, uh,
Sing Blade Symphony.
wait a minute, I will find it. I'm really bad with names.
Art.
Yeah, I'm going to. Um, I've got to. Okay, Benedict. Angie, Angela Benedict. It's her name on YouTube.
And Angela Benedict.
Yeah, Angela Benedict.
Okay.
Well, she's really great. I found her because I was looking.
Hmm?
Hello, Grief World.
Hi, Grief World. How are you doing? Sorry we didn't do the watch party last night, but that was kind of yeah, I couldn't do that. I was quite taxed and tired.
I listen to a lot of different kind of music. I mean, any and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I was talking. I sent her a message on her channel and everything. And I'm like, I don't consider myself a goth because I'm
So
eclectic.
not goth. That's what you're saying. You're not a goth.
I'm eclectic
That's
in every way possible. I mean, my music is eclectic. My witchcraft is eclectic. I don't like being in a box. I want out of a box. I want to be free to throw everything up in there and grab all of it and use
right.
it whenever I want to.
I used to like being in a box when I was a kid. Like I'd take the big refrigerator boxes and like
Oh,
pull
not
up in
me.
there. No.
It was a metaphoric thing, but I'll tell you, no, I don't like being in small spaces. Never have been. Never
Well,
have.
no.
It
Yeah.
makes me. I have asthma, and I have since I was a child, and it's not really asthma when you can't breathe and everything, but because of this. But I will hyperventilate and I will start feeling claustrophobic, and then I will start coughing my head off, and yeah, I don't do well, especially if I know I can't get out.
Yeah, there is a definite tie-in to claustrophobia and difficulty breathing, and I understand. Um, Same here for the most part. I mean, when it starts getting real low on space, then I start freaking out too. Like I can't say that I'm not
Oh,
claustrophobic, because anytime you get into a
Greek world
claustrophobic,
is asking how you doing.
I'm good. I'm good. Doing good, man. Or whatever, whomever. I don't. I'm. What's Grief World's name? What's your name, Grief World? If you want to tell, if you like. I've seen you a grief world, but never knew who you are. So, Nanette, what would you like to see in a witch movie?
Obviously, it needs to be entertaining, so it can't be completely in reality. But I'd like for to feel like it shows all the different variants of what a witch is. Um,
Oh, it's Nate. Cool. Good night, Casey. Yes.
Good night, Casey. Sleep well. Sweet dreams.
Yes. Sweet dreams. May witches see you in your dreams and give you all kinds of pleasure, you know.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know. Just trying to wish the man well. What can I say? Well, the things I know are really not of Wiccan tradition, but sure,
I
love
need
the
it.
man.
But yeah, I'd like to have all the different cultures and all the different types represented in a better light. I mean, showing what diversity is in the witchcraft community. I mean, when I say witchcraft, I mean the occult in all its various forms, from like you said, Wiccan, pagans, hoodoos, voodoo, um,
Yeah, there's all kinds of
all of them, all the diversity into the is showing what you can do, and don't make it just it might be better to be a TV show than
yeah. That way you can use superpowers and shit, you know. Right,
is
right.
he asking the movie or the actual crap?
Well, if he's asking both, then I'd say both. But
Yeah,
I
we
like the
both like both.
yeah, I took a look at it.
Wes and I are both witches, and we both like the movie The Craft. So yeah.
From yeah.
Well, I tell you, if you had been here earlier, and both of these movies are in my top five, The Witch and The Craft, and The Craft's number one for me.
She likes them both. It's great.
And
I like the witch
and,
before too.
and The Witch is number five. Um, I,
Isn't that?
there's a lot of movies I like. Of course, if I'm being honest, when I said five, my number two spot is actually Hocus Pocus.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
that surprises you.
No.
I think I told you how much I love that movie.
It's just fine. I have nothing against Hocus Pocus, you know.
Never seen that movie. Clouds. I wish
Yeah,
they
it's
made
pretty cool.
more of this film.
Yeah,
Nate, there are a lot of witch movies. More than you will believe me saying. I went looking for witchcraft movies to make the collage up, and I found over 658, and that's just the mainstream ones.
Wow.
It's not the ones that are obscure that nobody ever talks about.
Mm, that sounds like my territory. You know?
Do you have any movies that are witchcraft related that are in your territory?
Mm, uh,
Do
I
you like Hocus
believe once I
Pocus?
saw Hocus Pocus, and it was a long time ago, and I don't know that I have the movie right now, but I did, watch it before, and it was cool. Got nothing against the Hocus Pocus. Everybody likes it. Everybody likes it, and I don't. I have nothing to say against it. It just was. It was in the
I'm
time
gonna
that it
um,
was released.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and talk about something that people don't know, and people don't realize. And
Okay.
I don't know why, because I knew it before I even read the damn book to the story. Because the first time I ever watched this movie, I was 14 years old. I'm lucky my grandma bought me the damn movie, but I pitched the fit in the store. I want this movie. It's Stephen King. But
Mhm.
she heard bad things about it. Kind of like one of the scenes in the movie was that one of the girls in the movie was raped.
Okay. Okay.
I'm never getting this. This is definitely not getting monetized, but who cares? Um, but here
Yeah.
goes the stand. It has a witch in it.
Oh yeah.
Um, um, and it's very apparent. I mean, I don't know why people don't realize that Nadine is a witch.
People, you've got to realize it. Nadine is a witch in the sand.
I
Nanette,
mean, at one point in the movie, she said, "Through, I can see people leaving in the dead of night, and in your eyes, I cannot see them."
oh yeah, yeah. So she's a clairvoyant or something, huh? At least, if not a witch. Bones.
That is
If I may
a
agree.
insight into being a witch. Like I said, it's very obvious in the book. More so, they even call her one at one point.
Hmm.
But
But
how are you supposed to call her a witch in the movie? I mean, you can't. Yeah, you just have to imply certain things. And she has visions of him.
yeah.
She knows that it's him when she sees wolves and she sees crows and she watches them. And that was the book, but there were no wolves in the
Oh, he seems to be doing well. He's doing lives. He did one with Gareth the other day at Video Tasties. He did, and I think he's been doing other
He
stuff.
did a live stream yesterday with Mr. Dan and Horror and Mr. Dan and Horror's son and
Oh,
the video tasty slash Gareth. I
cool.
seen some of that.
Wow, that sounds fun. I did not know.
They
That is
his
how it's
son
played.
was talking about that when school starts back, that they're sending him over to London to school.
Hmm. Who's this now?
Dan's son.
Oh, interesting. Okay, it's good to know. My goodness. Well, we keep up, but
You asked me what I like to see in a witchcraft movie.
yeah.
I told you what I wanted. What would you like to see in one?
Oh boy, I don't know. Maybe a little bit of actual magic and such. Something like that. You know, maybe like a
You
documentary.
mean like real magical stuff that no one would watch it. You probably wouldn't either. I mean, it's kind of boring. If you ever done magic, you really ain't doing anything.
I get that. I
It's
know.
trial and
And
error, and the you gotta have that flair and everything. And being in drama, being in acting and everything, I understand that.
oh yeah, most of them actually. If not, I got at least three.
Ever heard of it?
Oh
I
yeah,
uh,
Hudson. Yeah,
I don't know what the movies are. I mean,
it was like
uh,
a
he
witch
he said
exploitation.
one of them is hang season, and I know that one.
Yeah, I did that on 31 Days of Horror back in the day. The one of the first ones I did. Like that. It's pretty weird, kind of fun though. But I guess I'm familiar with the other ones you were saying too. What was Men Behind the Sun? Yes. The original to part 3 at least. And yeah, all kinds of like even like philosophy of the knife or something of that nature. Just those are pretty good movies on that particular subject. But what can I say, man? Can I say?
Well, it
Um,
looks like no one's here.
well, maybe it's time to close up shop, Nanette. Maybe we should sell our witcheries some other time.
Not happening. We're going for 2 hours. Now there's two.
2 hours?
How
All right.
YouTube
I'm going to have
does.
to mow the grass real fast. Wink, wink. Go ahead. And
He's messing with me. We were backstage, and I changed into this outfit because he thought it not true. I understand that y'all didn't go anywhere. It's YouTube being YouTube. I mean,
yeah,
StreamYard being StreamYard.
it will do that. It will just kind of randomly show you numbers and not actually be accurate. Like,
I didn't think y'all left. I just said that because I was making a point. It's stupid. One minute it says no one's okay. Like this, the other day, I had a whole conversation with Erica and Anthony on my live stream, and it showed 0 people on my end.
yeah, sometimes that'll happen. It glitches out like that. I got to admit,
It's
it sucks.
annoying.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
a real pain
you
in the.
know how YouTube being YouTube. I mean, StreamYard being StreamYard, Hobbs. You've done it enough. We're going just listening to your thoughts. But yeah,
Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy, or by Jack Handy.
But yeah, speaking of my thoughts, do you think that nowadays is better than the previous centuries? Well, let's go over what we had been talking about, the whole witch hysteria in like the 70s and 80s. Well, starting in the late 60s and going to the early 90s. And then thanks to stuff like and
Yes.
sorry to bring this movie into it, but I think this might had a good thing for it too, and I will explain why in a little bit. But Scream and even though I don't like this movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer and Craft and Practical Magic and stuff like that. And then shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Charmed and Supernatural and Smallville. We got a culture of people that started changing. Are we having a dong of a night, everyone? What does he mean by this?
Are we having a one dang oh one thing wang dang doodle all night long? Yes. Well, no, I don't think we can wang dang doodle all night long, but damn. We'll try though. We'll try. At least
But do you think that
I do next.
the culture is going in a better area, or is it reverting back to the whole witch hysteria all over again?
I don't
With
think
the culture of the internet and being able to talk on the phones and all this stuff. Is it better now, or is it worse, or is it somewhere in the middle?
well, I would guess it has to be somewhere in the middle because connectivity is both a blessing and a curse, and if you got a vampire group or a group of whatever, you're gonna get tracked by the government altogether, and they're gonna find out about you. So you gotta watch out. Like, so it's somewhere in the middle. That's just my guess. If like if
Yeah,
tomorrow I woke up a
the whole
vampire, I'd start thinking about the legal implications of it all.
yeah, and here's another thing, like witchcraft. Um,
Hmm.
it's always been in to a certain extent. It has to be, and it always will be a secret thing. I mean, you can't talk about everything, and that's why there's covens. And
Mm.
oh, it was very crazy. I mean, they would put you in jail if they thought you were a witch, and they yeah, if you want to know stuff, I was a kid then too, but there's plenty of videos on YouTube where people would on like the Donna Bill show, Oprah Winfrey, Ricky Lake, they all had this damn stuff with witchcraft stuff, and they tried to persecute anybody that was associated with a cult world. Made them out to look like they were crazy, and they weren't. A lot of these people that were witches that came on there, I mean, they had this representative from the Church of Night, Anton LaVey's church, that he was a lawyer. He's been to school. He's done his research. And then some of the witches, they had people that were professors and doctors and lawyers and all this stuff, and they tried to make them seem like they were nuts, but they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's no doubt that there's been a lot of persecution.
well, Bones, I bought something. Well, I bought three things, and I bought them in your honor. I drank one of them, and two are left. I didn't like it, but I thought I'd show it. It's called Bones Coffee Company, and this flavor is buns, cinnamon bun flavored cold brew latte.
Bones latte.
Yeah, I don't make it. Echo did the same shit.
Okay.
I know you didn't make it. If you made it, it would taste better than this shit. Hello, Anthony.
Man, how you doing, man? Good to see
Correct.
you.
I called him Anthony. Well, that is his name, but
Yeah. Why not?
sorry, Aunt. I know you like being called Aunt.
Oh man,
But yeah,
he'll forgive you.
but anyway, I do it in honor of Bones and anyone that wants to know about this stuff. Stay away from cinnamon buns. I will let you know about the other three flavors.
What now? So,
Oh Lord, probably not.
probably not.
Definitely not. It's 11 point. No, 11. Hello, James. You called him Ant.
Hi, James.
I called him Anthony. And then I called him Ant.
Whoopsie. Well,
Now we have 5 people. Okay.
sounds good. Sounds good.
Oh, since we're talking about
And
witchcraft, I want to talk about. Send me the link.
Okay.
Do I send James the link? I have to ask my partner in crime because
Oh,
every
but,
Sunday, this is mine and Wes's time.
but James wants to come up as he's asking. I mean, well, it's your show, Nanette. I would say you do what you want to do. James is usually a pretty cool guy. I mean, well, it's up to you, man. I don't have the link. I do, but maybe I do. Hell yeah.
How would you get up here? Okay, Wes loves the friendly man. James, go to your Instagram.
I think you usually got an email and
I don't go to his email. I go to Instagram.
I know I use Instagram too. Some people prefer email for some reason, man. I don't know what it is, man.
I hate email. I don't ever go on it.
Yeah, I can't blame you. Email sucks, man. No
I
shit.
had to go on there today because I bought something. I bought a gift card, and I had to go on there and I had to type in the name of the company that I did it for to get my email. Um,
Okay. Breaking news.
um, you know what I'm reading. Um, it's your chat, but it keeps dinging. I'm sorry if y'all can hear it in the audience. I know Wes can hear
What? No.
it. I keep getting messages from Instagram, the chat you made. Right now it's
Hola.
hello.
Hi. How do you do?
Why is it black?
I like doing that too sometimes.
All right, you sit over there. All right, happy Labor Day, Nanette. We're here to talk about witchcraft and the witchboard movies. What's your favorite one? 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 6?
I've never seen any of them.
Okay, me neither. Great. All right, so Nanette, go ahead. The floor is yours. Go. It's your show.
Well, I don't know what to say after that. What were we talking about? We don't hear anything.
Wait. Wes, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
We're great. I'm gaining weight and he's losing weight.
That's how it goes. That's all right. It'll happen.
Damn Dairy Queens. All right, go ahead,
You ain't
Nanette.
kidding.
Why is it black?
Well, it's
What?
a motif.
What was black? What's black?
You was talking about which. I did not talk about that at all.
Go ahead, Nanette. Tell us about Witch. The movie, The Witch.
Do I need? Should I go back over what I said earlier about that movie?
Yeah, you said it was the greatest movie you've ever seen, and it was just as good as Titanic.
That movie sucked.
I liked it.
Black Phillip was the only good part.
No, and The Witch?
I like that movie. It's one of my top
It
5.
was weird when it talked, I gotta say.
Yeah.
But no, what I said, it gets 5 because of the fact that I hated 90% of the movie, and when the girl's family died, I was like, yes! You're finally dead! You should have died earlier!
Whoa.
We did the same thing when Bambi's family died, too.
Who
Yeah, I mean, like everybody hated Bambi's mom, right? I mean, who needs a Bambi? Come
Dude,
on.
when
Shit, she was
Simba's dad died, we
we lost the audio.
Audio.
I don't even
I thought
know
we lost the audio.
it can come up. Isn't he working today?
He's right here. He doesn't work. My old Smollup. Oh yeah, Smollup. That's right, Smollup. You know Smollup.
Oh, small up.
Oh,
He
Smollup.
I
owes me.
don't know who he's talking about. I thought he was talking about Matt. So making a joke.
Oh yeah. So Wes, how have you been these days? Haven't
Doing good. It's been great. What can I say, man? Doing well.
and you know his name is talking. Oh, that's right. Oh, Nanette. By the way, I got a message from an anonymous Darius Rucker Instagram account.
Darius Rucker.
Yep, Nanette's favorite singer of all time. Next to Celine Dion.
No, that was Jennifer.
Yeah, that's Tochi, dummy.
Oh, I forgot Jennifer. That's right. Nanette. Oh, Wes, I apologize. We all know
Sure.
Nanette's favorite singer is Weird Al Yankovic. Of course.
I don't know. Is it? Is that what it is? Okay. All right. I didn't know that. I didn't know.
You still don't know who my favorite singer is because it ain't him.
Nanette, everybody knows it's the Spin Doctors, okay? You know, you love
I
the
don't.
Spin Doctors. You know, hey, Wes, what time is it?
It's not late. 4:30. It's not
What
late.
time is it? It is 8:57.
That's the Spin Doctors reference for Nanette.
Oh, well, hey.
That's cool. Now,
I don't even know their music if they have songs like that.
There you have it.
Her
Dude,
favorite singer is Billy Ray Cyrus.
What?
it was a handsome
What
guy.
a roommate.
BRC.
BRC. That's
Okay,
right.
All right.
All right. I agree. So, all right.
Y'all
So,
ain't getting an answer from me about this. And y'all are cold, all of you. Bones, all your answers, James. Wes hasn't tried to get any warmer to what I like. Favorite.
Oh, should I guess?
go ahead, Wes.
What is it that we're asking here? What's the question again?
What's the
Your
next
next favorite
band?
band or singer?
Dave Matthews. Is it Dave Matthews?
I don't think it's Dave Matthews.
311?
I don't think it's 311.
Godsmack?
Probably not Godsmack.
But the singer's a witch. Okay.
Why do you think I don't like Godsmack?
I never really thought about it, you know. I suppose we never talked about music really when it came down to it. It's
George Strait. Why do you think I like country?
Well,
No, he's in Bad to the Bone.
That's right.
well, yeah, okay. If you like country, that's cool. That's cool. I got no problem with that, man. Hey, it's
I
cool.
told you already, my music is all over the place.
Yeah, you got more of an eclectic taste in music. I get that. No problem.
Yeah. Country, death metal, satanic polka.
Of course.
Polka, me?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Oh
He
my god.
thinks I'm a Swiftie.
Oh, Nanette, we saw your post the other day about Taylor Swift. You can't hide from us.
Yeah, you just gotta shake it
Did
off.
not do no damn post about Taylor Swift.
Well, wait. No.
I don't consider myself a Swiftie. I don't have her CDs. I haven't bought any of her music. I do listen to her, but it's most of the stuff is her younger work. Things she did when she first started out, and she was still doing country music. Not now.
He said that. And Nanette, he said that. Blame him.
I did not say that.
He did. Totally did.
He's putting words in my
Totally
mouth.
did. He said you were a Swiftie. He's been telling
Yeah,
everyone.
James has been saying a lot of things.
Mr. Bones.
Oh, yeah. Bones. Bones did it. Bones, why did you say Nanette Blackwell loves?
Don't call me that. Oh Lord! If I wanted people knowing my last name on national YouTube, it would be in the damn description.
Okay, fine. Let's just change your name. Okay. Well is black. There you go. How about that? Nanette Well is black.
Oh Lord!
I think you cured it. You got the proper euphemism there, man.
Your name was.
Well done. I like it. So, what do you guys think about witches and shit, man? No,
They're quiet.
I like sandwiches.
don't I love sandwiches too. I must admit. That's a
Good corned
sandwich.
beef.
That's a witch that goes without, no problem. I mean, everyone loves sandwich.
Amen, Wes. Amen. Wes, here's a question for you. Have you ever I've only met a handful of people who claim that they're Wiccas, and I respect them, as I respect everybody else. Did you ever meet a
what? Oh, did I ever meet a Wiccan, or what do you mean? What should I? It cut out for some reason.
I said, yeah, have you ever encountered or talked to anybody who's open about their, Wicca or witchcraftness?
Oh, sure.
You're laughing at one. Me.
I know you.
I'm open, and me and him talk all the damn time about it.
But I was going outside the Nanette box, okay? Maybe his neighbor's a witch. Maybe his head's lost.
She might very well be, for all I know. I don't really check in on her all that much, but she could be a witch if I'll have to look. But she very well could be a witch.
Don't make Nan put a tiny penis spell on you guys.
Oh, give him Coro. Don't do that, man. That's a horrible thing, man.
Yeah, totally.
Whoa.
Not gonna happen, Bones.
Thank you, Nanette. I already have enough problems as it is. I don't need any more small problems.
Yeah, it might be a small problem for you, but it'd be a big problem for me if I did that kind of damn spell. Not happening. I'd have to hate you, first of all. Second of all, you'd have to have. Well, I don't do magical spells against people unless they fuck with me. I don't think that's going to happen with you. What I mean by fuck with me is you deliberately go out of your way to do a harmful magic spell on me. And then if I come at your ass with a spell, I'm in the right and you're going to get your ass flamed, so to speak.
Well, when it comes down to it, no one's supposed to talk about it if it does happen anyway. So anyone coming out and saying, hey, I did a spell on you for this purpose, and that's why
I'm such a strong witch that if you try to put a spell on me, just trying.
Yeah.
It doesn't usually work. I know it.
Yeah. Wes, I got a movie idea. We should make Rocky, but of like Rocky of like the witch era, Wicca versus Wicca.
Wow. That would be really interesting. All kinds of different witches, man. I mean, just sparring in the ring.
Yeah, Wes, can you imagine like when they go back to the ringside, they're like, all right, you got the spells, right? Give it the spell. Give it the spell. Give it the small feet spell. Then you give them the fart spell. Then you kill them with the flame spell. All right, I got it. Give me my witchcraft book. I got it. And then the ref is like,
I don't know about that. I don't really like that kind of thing. I mean, it's kind of like something Wes asked me about what kind of movie I would like to see in them do witchcraft. And I said, I'd like for this whole trope about what witches are to be demolished, and for where we can actually show the diversity of what witches are and what they're not. And yeah, I know full well that there are what we call witches on the left-hand path. And the left-hand path is the dark, black magics. And there's one sitter in the middle like me that only do dark magic if they have to when someone else does it to them, which you're all in the right if someone comes after you.
yep. Oh, Nanette.
And then there's the ones that don't do any. They're white lighters, as they call themselves, which they're stupid as fucking hell. Because people are going to come after you if you are in the witchcraft community, and especially if you're a white lighter. And of course, a lot of the older witches are telling them to be white lighters, which is bullshit because they're not doing it. I know they're not. And do no harm to none. And it's this kind of bullshit that leads to spells misfiring or sending demons to people because you only use white magic.
Way to go. Wow. Keep talking, Nanette. I'm listening. Keep talking.
It's like there's a few witches. They don't talk about what they do and everything because controversy with YouTube not liking it. But you get flagged if you talk about doing any kind of spell that is dark.
Oh, I did not know that. Interesting. Please.
They don't want you talking about blood magic. They don't want you talking about love spells. And the only love spells you can talk about, and they don't get mad at you, is if it's on yourself. I got news for you. Any kind of magic, let's be real. It's personal gain. You're taking natural order into your body to get personal gain for yourself.
Interesting. So, did you ever? Now, I'm sorry.
You got to figure out what are you willing to do? What are you comfortable? What line are you comfortable with crossing?
Sure.
But there's a certain amount of magic that you can do that it's okay. The universe, because magic's all around you, and and people do magic all the time, whether they realize it or not.
Sure. No, I would agree with you. Now, Nanette, is it possible to do a love spell on like your favorite actor? Let's say Wes has a crush on Charlize Theron, and he's like, I'm going to do a love spell so I can marry Charlize Theron. Could he do it?
You can do anything you want, but there's forces at be that might keep it from happening.
Okay.
He may not know what he's doing. Higher powers might block that spell. Okay, let's say like this. I'm gonna tell you something that I've learned over the years. Okay, you have if you do a spell,
Mhm.
you have to put the work into it. Let's say like you're doing a spell to get a job. Do you think if you do that spell that you don't have to go out and apply for a job?
No,
This is a question for you.
no, that'd be foolish. Yeah, I agree with him. You have to put in effort to find a job.
Exactly. If you want to get a job, you kind of go out there and apply. You have to interview with people along with that spell. It's the same thing with anything. Or
It's basically PMA, positive mental attitude.
yeah.
You know,
And here's another thing. If you don't believe, magic is all about, and this is very true. And I'm sorry to say this. If you do not believe that this will happen wholeheartedly, it's not going to. Of course, there are things that's out of your control and you may not get. I mean, like if you can wish till you die to fly on a broom, you never going to.
Yeah, but you're basically describing like most religions. You're describing faith.
Yeah.
It's that you just have to have faith in it, which there's no shame in your game on that. But you know,
Michael, huh?
it's you gotta have faith. Yeah, but no, it's just it, and I think that's how most philosophies and especially religions are based off of is faith. It's like because you don't know, you don't know, so it's like it's just based.
Contrary to belief, witchcraft is the oldest religion. It was the first one before Christianity.
Yeah.
Christianity was only
All
in
these
the
Christian
Hebrew
holidays, all
and
these
in the
Christian
Quran for years, and the Jewish people are the only ones reading it. We don't know what their book is. You can't get to that unless you were Jewish. Yeah. For everybody else, the first religion was witchcraft.
Well, and it comprises a
came from it.
vast array of ideas and ideologies and theologies, if you will. So it's so vast. It's so vast a subject. It's hard to get across it in one breath. So many things.
Because it's unfathomable. Wes, it's unfathomable.
It's
Like,
unfathomable.
It's tough. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. Wes.
It's unfathomable. It's unfathomable. It's unfathomable. Damn it.
Great.
It's unfathomable.
Yeah. Okay, you got it.
Yeah. Damn. So, Wes, what's going on with the Ninth Circle these days, man? You were live the other day. What's going on with you guys?
Oh, we're just doing whatever we're doing, man.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
next weekend is our friend. Are you going to connect with our friend next weekend?
Yes, that is the plan, Johanna.
Yeah, Johanna.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love her.
She was a hoot. She was a hoot to talk to.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I bet. I understand. I've heard the I heard the podcast. It was pretty great, dude. Good stuff, man.
Are you trying to drink now?
Yeah, Anthony
Or
has
are
some.
you kicking the ball to get it?
You want him to ask Johanna a question about, like,
What do I got?
it was about the dominatrix days.
I already asked her all the questions I wanted to ask her.
Yeah, she's a nut. So where is Jack? I haven't seen Jack in a long time. Where is he? Show me Jack.
Come here.
Is he drinking Coca-Cola again?
He kicked my tea bottle.
He was
It was
trying to
empty.
drink coffee today somehow.
Coffee.
Coffee.
I will show you the coffee can.
Sing a bone. Sing a bone. Wow.
Come on, dude. You get up. You come with me. Yes.
Hey, Wes, are we coming in, Wes? Can you see us?
Come here.
I
Oh, you got this with me.
cannot see you.
No, I cannot
But
see you.
it's cool. I get it. I do
Let
that
me
sometimes.
see. Yeah. You're black. The whole picture is black. We can't see you. You can't see him, damn right.
No, not really. It's either they're in a dark room or
Hello. I give you a hug, Grumpy.
All right.
No, we're actually in a garage.
And I sure.
Yeah, my internet messed up. Dudes.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having us on, Nanette.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Hey, thanks for coming by, guys.
Yeah, we'll talk to you sooner than later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
see you soon, man.
Yeah, let's get together and talk about what we were supposed to, Aunt.
Yeah, we still got to do that. Our Stephen King thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe we could do it on the 20th.
All right.
You know that's his birthday, right?
What's up?
Anthony, the 20th is his birthday.
Mine?
Who, Stephen King's?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds appropriate. So, yeah, let me see what I'm doing on the 20th, and that should work.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, guys, thanks for having us. Good talking to you.
Hey, guys.
Talk to you guys.
All the best. Thank you, Nanette, for your knowledge.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a good one, guys. Happy Labor Day.
Happy
Happy
Labor Day. That always a laugh a moment, man. They're funny guys.
Yeah. I can't believe it. They were surprised I knew so much.
Oh well, I mean, I mean, when it comes down to it, who knows what we were talking about? I suppose you had to kind of just lay the premise for the basics. What we were talking about.
I want people to know things, and I mean, no one ever talks about this stuff. They skim over the history. They tell everybody, go learn. But not everybody is cut the same way.
True.
I struggled in school. I don't like reading. I have a hard time doing it. And everybody wants you, if you want to be a witch, you have to learn how to read. And so I started coming on YouTube, and there's about 3 or 4 people that's on here that talk about how nature was their teacher, not books. I thought that you had to be able to read to understand witchcraft. It took me a long damn time. I mean, it took me 4 years to read a book, to read and understand witchcraft before I could understand it. And then I felt like
Go on.
okay. But I felt like the only way to learn was books. And that's what everybody was saying. And then when I finally read the books that I was doing and reading and everything, it was telling me stuff that I didn't agree with. And I finally found books that told me that But here's something you have to understand, and me and Wes know this. We've done our research and everything. You got to figure out what works for you. And even if you find a book that says something in it and you agree with it, you don't have to agree with the whole damn book. That's the beauty of witchcraft. It's not like every other religion out here. You take what you want and leave everything else behind because it doesn't tell you you have to. The rest of the religions tell you you got to believe everything that is being told to you. That's why it's hard to be a Christian or a Buddhist or Satanist, especially for me. I don't like structure. I don't like being told what to do.
Yeah.
I like finding out what works best for me. It's why I don't like Wiccan. And believe it or not, I started out as a Wiccan, but it didn't work for me because but I still tell people that I am one because it's better than trying to tell them that I subscribe to my own way of thinking.
Okay.
It's the easiest way to tell them because most people know what what Wicca is.
Sure.
Get off
Sure.
me. Yeah, to a variance group. Well, I think I've talked enough for one day, so I'm going to say good night.
Good night, everybody in the chat, and good night, Nanette.
Thank you for coming out.
No problem.
And
It's a lazy
I
Sunday.
will not be on next Sunday. As I said, I'm going to be doing some things. Maybe I will do one. But if I do, it'll be a surprise pop-up. And because I will be spending my birthday with somebody.
Oh, nice.
And Sunday, it's my birthday.
Oh. Happy early birthday.
So next one will be on Tuesday. And do you want to tell them, or am I going to tell them what we're talking about?
Go ahead.
Well, if you haven't noticed, my name is Culture, Health, and Witchcraft. So I've already done witchcraft today. Next week it's going to be on mental illness. And we're going to be talking about movies within dealing with mental illness. And so stay tuned to that.
That'll be cool.
You already forgot about that.
No,
and
I remember now.
The week after that, I don't know what we're going to be doing, but
well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. Yeah. It was good talking with you.
Okay, fine. Bye, everyone. And remember, be the person you need to be, not the one that expects you.